Hello, dear students. I am Ashok Verma, your English teacher. I welcome you all in my class. Today, we are going to start a new chapter in our Honeycomb book. It is a poem titled Macavity, the Mystery Cat. Dear students, what can you see on this page? You can see that your favorite character Tom is beating Jerry. We all love Tom very much and think that all the cats are innocent and good like Tom. But all the cats are not like Tom. There are some cats who are very different, and today we will read about such a cat in this poem. The title of the poem is Macavity, the Mystery Cat. Let us start the poem. First of all, we will have a brief introduction of the chapter. In this chapter, the poet is talking about a cat whose name is Macavity. The poem deals with a master criminal who can defy and break any law. The poet calls him a mystery cat and the hidden paw. The poet says that he defies the law again and again, but he is never caught. Even the police forces and flying squads of England have failed to arrest him. When the flying squad reaches the scene of the crime, Macavity is not there. So the Scotland Yard is baffled. In committing crime, no one is like Macavity. He is matchless in this field. He can do any impossible task. He can disappear, he can break the Newton's law of gravity and can float in the air without support. Even the fakir and the magicians are surprised to see his feast. He will outwit you. You may look him for in basement. In the air, you will have no access to him. Macavity is tall and thin cat. His eyes are sunken and his head is highly domed. He sways his head from side to side like a snake. His coat is dusty and his whiskers are uncombed. Macavity is a devil in cat's shape. He is morally corrupt. When you think he is sleeping, he is wide awake in fact. You may meet and see him everywhere, but whenever crime is discovered, you will not find him there. So, dear student, this poem is all about a cat whose name is Macavity, and it is very impossible to catch that criminal cat Macavity. He says, आप सबने डॉन मूवी देखी होगी जिसमें शाहरुख खान कहता है डॉन को पकड़ना मुमकिन ही नहीं नामुमकिन है. इन द सेम मैनर मैकेविटी सेज मैकेविटी को पकड़ना मुमकिन ही नहीं नामुमकिन है. So you have got the brief introduction of the poem. So let us study more about this Macavity and see how dangerous this Macavity is and what are his chief characteristics. So dear students, let us move to the poem. We will start the stanza number 1. Macavity is a master cat. He is called the hidden paw. He is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying Scots despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. First of all, we will see the difficult word of this stanza. The defy. The first word defy. Defy means disobey. The second word is bafflement. Bafflement means puzzle, which cannot be understood. And third word is despair. Despair means hopelessness. Let us see the explanation of this stanza. In the first stanza, the poet is talking about a villainous cat, Macavity, who is a master criminal. He is a mysterious cat as no one has ever been able to catch him. Macavity is also called hidden paws. He always succeeds in running from the scene of crime. The poet says that Macavity has broken all the laws but has never been caught. He has become a puzzle, a headache for the Scotland Yard and the Flying Scot. He has made these special forces who investigate the complicated cases hopeless because whenever they reach at the spot of crime, Macavity is not there. Two more new words are there. Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard is the police headquarters of the London Police, and Flying Squad is a squad of the army personnel or the police personnel who take very quick action. Okay, I hope that you have understood the explanation of this first stanza. Now class, we will see that how to determine the rhyming scheme of the poem. If you remember, last year I have told you how to determine the rhyming scheme of the poem. First of all, we will know that what is rhyming. Rhyming means a pair of two or more than two words whose pronunciations are similar. It means if two or more than two words are similar in their sound, in their pronunciation, then we will say that these words are rhyming. So today we will learn that how to determine, how to fix the rhyming scheme of a poem. To fix the rhyming scheme of the poem, first of all you have to read the poem line by line, and you have to focus on the last word of that particular line. Let us see the example. We will see the first last word of the first line. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw. The last word of the first line is paw. So what you do, you write a in front of that word paw. Okay. Now come to the next line. Read the next line again. He is a master criminal who can defy the law. Now concentrate on the last word of the line. Now and compare the it with the first word of last word of the first line. If the this last word of the second line is having a pronunciation similarity, it means when it is having the same sound as the first word, the last word of the first line had, then you write here a. And if it is not having pronunciation similarity, then you write here b. As I have told you, the first last word of the line first was paw, and you wrote here a, and the last word of the line 2 is law. And see, paw and law, these two words are having pronunciation similarity, so in front of law again you will write a. Now come to the third line, and focus on the last word of the third line. The third line is, he is the bafflement of the Scotland Yard, the Flying Scots, despair. The last word is despair. Now compare this word with the last word of the first two lines. If this word is having pronunciation similarity with anyone, then write the same letter in front of it as you have written. It means to say, if this word is having pronunciation similarity with the last word of the first line, pa, then write here a. And if it is having pronunciation similarity with the last word of the second line, then write here b. But write here a. Now see, the last this word despair is not having pronunciation similarity with any word, so write here b. Paw and law were having pronunciation similarity, so you wrote there a. This word is different, so you write here b. Now come to the last line. The last word of the last line is there. See, despair and there, both these words are similar in pronunciation. And what have you written in front of despair? B. So now because there is also having similar pronunciation, so you will also write here B. So the rhyming scheme of the poem becomes A B B. Okay, now let us move to the next stanza. Stanza number 2. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His power of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement. You may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Let us see the explanation of this stanza. In this stanza, the poet describes that Macavity is unique. There is no one like him. He has broken every human law. Not only that, he has also broken the laws of nature. The law of gravity, for example, he can float in the air without any support. Even fakirs and the magicians are surprised to see him floating in the air. You can search him anywhere in the air, in the basement, but you will not find him anywhere. He is invisible. जैसा मैंने शुरू में कहा था, what Machiavelli says about himself, मैकेविटी को पकड़ना मुमकिन ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है. So Machiavelli is not to be found anywhere. We'll see the now. Let us move to the next stanza. Stanza number 3. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken, his brows is deeply lined with thought, his head is highly domed. There is a word ginger cat. The meaning of the word ginger cat means a cat in whose coat color, means whose fur color or whose skin color, whose hair color is ginger in color, as you can see that cat in the picture. Let us move to the explanation of this stanza. In this stanza, the poet is describing the physical appearance of Macavity. He has been called a ginger cat because the color of his coat skin is ginger color. He is tall and thin. His eyes are sunken deep inside his face, and it gives him a villainous look. There are deep lines on his forehead because he always thinks about crime and makes plan about it. He is a domed. He has a domed, means round head. So this is the physical appearance of the cat Macavity. How is cat Macavity? He is ginger in color. He is tall and thin. His eyes are sunken, means they have went inside his face. And his forehead, there are deep brows, there are deep lines over his forehead because he is always thinking about his criminal activity. He is planning something. That's why he has such a strange look. Again, we will see the rhyming scheme of this stanza. See the first line. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is tall and thin. The last word of the line first is thin. So what you will write? Write here A. Now come to the next line. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. See, thin, in. Both are having similar pronunciation, as you have written A in front of thin. So in front of in, again you will write the word A. His brows are deeply lined with his thought. His head is highly domed. So what is the last word of this line third? Domed. It is not having similarity with any of the last word of the two lines. So we will write here B. So the rhyming scheme is A B. Let us move to the next stanza. That is stanza number 4. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always awake. What is the meaning of the word whiskers? Whiskers, you can see in this picture, the hairs around the mouth of the cat. Let us see the explanation of this stanza. In this stanza, the poet is giving an account of Machiavelli's habit. Machiavelli is very careless about his looks because he is always busy in his criminal activities. He does not take care of himself. As a result, his coat is full of dust. His whiskers are uncombed. He keeps on moving his head sideways like a snake. Anybody can identify him by his unique looks. Machiavelli is very strange. When you think he is asleep, he is fully awake. So, in this stanza, the poet has given us a glimpse of the activities and the habits of the Machiavelli. Machiavelli is very careless about himself. He never takes care of himself. That's why he looks very dirty. His coat means his hairs are always very dirty. His whiskers are not combed, and he keeps on moving his head side by side as he is very suspicious by nature. That's why he keeps on looking here and there, looking here there. He thinks that somebody may be coming to catch him. And he is also having some very strange habits. When you think that he is sleeping with his eyes open, but at that time he is not sleeping, he is fully awake. Now let us move to the next stanza, that is stanza number 5. Machiavelli, Machiavelli, there is no one like Machiavelli. He is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in the by street, you may see him in the square. But when a crime is discovered, then Machiavelli is not there. What is the meaning of fiend? Fiend means ghost, as you can see in the picture. Let us move to the explanation part. The poet says that he is unique. He is a devil in the shape of cat. Who is it? He here? He is the cat Machiavelli. He is morally corrupt. He can be seen anywhere. You can find him in the street, near the square, but when there is a crime, even though he is involved in it, he is nowhere to find. This was the last stanza of the poem. And class, I hope that you have understood the poem. Watch this video 2 times for a better understanding. Thank you.